What does it take to become a legend? The giffgaff Legends Tournament. Ranked League of Legends teams battle it out to compete for a prize pool of £10,000. Giffgaff Legends, Beyond the Rift.
Hello and welcome to Beyond the Rift, the weekly roundup show for the giffgaff Legends Tournament. I'll be bringing you all the latest news and showing highlights from 4 of the best matches of the week. The prize everyone's playing for is the honour of being the first ever giffgaff Legends Tournament winner. Not only that though, our top 8 legends will automatically qualify for a place in our live final at Insomnia 53 later this November. They'll be fighting it out for a £10,000 prize pot. It's not too bad, is it? The eventual winners will then go on to represent at Riot's 4 Nations event at the end of the year. I cannot wait to check that one out. The teams will be battling it out over the next 7 weeks, and we'll be bringing you all the best action along the way every Friday, so do be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll also be streaming 2 games live over at twitch.tv/giffgaff every Wednesday from 7 PM, so be sure to tune in and get involved. After some intense and sometimes painful build-ups, this week saw our teams head to Rift and face off for the first time. We've had an interesting selection of teams to sign up. Cheeseburger Apocalypse, which I can kind of understand really, Handsome Butchers, Sugar Walls, to name but a few. But the top legendary status has to go to Nigel Esports as, well, none of them are even called Nigel. It's just Reckless. If you can find a better team name in this tournament, I want to know about it. Mail your suggestions, predictions and anything else to esports@giffgaff.co.uk. Anything interesting will get a mention in next week's show. So onto the games themselves. Obama fever struck as both Barama Legends and Obamacare UK took part in the early matches. Special shout out goes to the amazing Obamacare UK fans who kept us all entertained during the live stream, I have to say. We're going to show you their best bits, all of the action jam-packed into just a few league-tastic minutes apiece. Now, I know I said we'll be bringing you 4 match highlights each week, but this time it's only 2. I mean, come on, we've got to give you time to get stuck into this, get into the spirit of it. So here's what's coming up. In match 1, Barama Legends went up against Come On Then! In match 2, Obamacare UK faced off against Best College UK. To match 1, Barama Legends versus Come On Then. With no rankings yet, it's a lottery and a game of LOL all rolled into one. The purple team is Barama Legends, who are captained by Volcano, and in the blue corner we have Come On Then, led by Nookington. Our commentators are Andrew Spuddington Spurrier and Mark Duxor Heckford. Let's see what happened.
We are onto the Rift.
We are.
But, indeed, we are. Oh, we're right onto the Rift. There we go. So, yeah, indeed. We're looking to see where the junglers start, and I don't expect we'll see an invade from either side at this point. Just on the grounds that she is very solid, and that is a phenomenally early gank, but hey,
and that is the first blood picked up.
Caught him out, so yeah, really a little bit surprised about that one actually. What you'll see in some of the particularly high tier matches, in fact right now I'm going to hold that thought since this is potentially going to be an all-in situation with Braum flashing to get the stun there. Corki is going to keep doing some damage, but he can't quite follow it up. They may get Nami. It's just going to be the flashes burned. Still, worth it from their perspective.
So we're just going to check out a quick replay of this kill on Maokai. So he does get aggressive here. He's feeling confident, and you see Kha'Zix, he may be down to communication. He thought he was on his way, but Kha'Zix actually doing the red buff, so he's nowhere near. In comes Udyr, and gets the stun. Maokai flashes away, forcing Udyr to use his flash in turn, and they pick up the kill, which is absolutely great. We were talking about how Udyr may struggle to get kills here, and he's managed to pick up one, but I feel until his flash comes back off cooldown, that's going to be the only gank we're going to see from him for a while.
Yeah, most likely not going to live through it. There's going to be a bait up top as well as Kha'Zix takes that down. Corki narrowly escaping the bot lane gank. But yeah.
And they may look to try and pick up Ahri here. Kha'Zix is already in position.
Yeah, that's a very, very likely thing, and that's pretty much it. There you go, that's all she wrote. Still forgot to use the DFG, didn't even matter, and Maokai is also in trouble as the ultimate from Aurelia comes out.
Good damage coming out here, but they are an amazing bubble. Corki isn't going to get caught, but they will catch Braum here. Flash comes out. Lucian needs to get in there and do some more damage, but they have to back away. He just seems so slow there. Maokai's teleported down. Excellent counter ganks coming in. And that is brilliant play for the purple team.
can see Udyr is there. He jumps with the Valkyrie, gets caught in the bubble. Braum tries to disengage for his team and actually does a pretty good job of it. And this is the overcommit. Udyr is pretty much as far out as he can go, and he's still squishy. Syndra has roamed down. They just catch him out and then lock down a second kill on Udyr. So, good teleport, basically. Kha'Zix is currently soloing Dragon, which is actually a bit of a bad sign for the objective control of Come On then. Especially considering he's soloing Dragon while they're taking mid tower, and Irelia was freezing top lane. This is basically minion wave control 101. If you are in a lane and your opposing lane is not interested in actually being in that lane, you need to shove it. You don't want to sit there freezing the lane. Yeah, you'll deny him a few more CS than you would have done otherwise, but he's just taken the mid tower. His presence there has just given them the dragon. That is a huge advantage to just throw away on a platter, and that puts them 6k behind now. Be a fight in the top lane again here. Kha'Zix did stick around for quite a long time. Maokai is very unlikely to survive this scenario. This is what I mean, quite high sticking potential and sustained damage, but Syndra has appeared and it has so much damage. Remember to use the DFG, got the second kill as well. Never the kind of trade you want to be making if you can avoid the situation in the first place. Stun lands, she's got all the damage, she uses the DFG and the ult, which is arguably overkill. Charm does land, may have gone a little bit too deep, so Syndra will die to Udyr, give him the 500 gold. But I don't even see Barama leaving here. They're so strong, they can 4v5 this.
They're looking for the pick here, and they've managed to get it on Lucian again. It's probably
go as 5 or don't go at all. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the statistics for stuff like falling down 10k gold before 20 minutes, the chances of coming back are infinitesimal. They're so unlikely, and people can just get exploded with almost no repercussion. It's telling, I'm afraid. It's just the way things are right now. There is clearly a big imbalance between these two teams. Irelia performed quite well in the top lane, but just not nearly enough to carry the team. Well, Maokai, if he wants to engage this, he absolutely can. The culling coming in, gets wasted. The Braum shield blocks it out, and they are just going to jump straight into the middle here. Ultimate from Braum, Nami goes down, Syndra still not even done yet, gets the double kill with the damage on Irelia, and that will be a 4 men dropped for Barama Esports, and they are, in theory, I mean, I can't see any way they wouldn't at this point going to finish the game.
No, this looks like GG right here. There has been, for our first game, I think this has been quite extraordinary in how much it's highlighted the skill of players we are going to be showcasing in this league. That was some very solid play. If you were to highlight any particular plays, like, who would be your MVP for the match?
It's kind of hard to say. I think probably my favorite play there was actually from Corki. Just winning out in a lane matchup like that takes a little bit of doing. I can't honestly speak for the way Lucian played it himself, since he did seem to struggle quite a lot, and it should have been his matchup to win, I feel. But still, take nothing away from Corki. Very good job to take advantage of the weaknesses.
I have to completely agree. As we can see in the final screen here, we can just see exactly how much gold these individuals earned. So that's Syndra. Syndra, again, deserves a solid mention for absolutely phenomenal play. Kha'Zix helped her out initially with that very, very early first blood, and she just snowballed very hard from then on.
Yeah, that's part of the way a Syndra works. She did have some very good roams as well. For instance, that fight where we saw the Maokai teleport, the Syndra roam.
So there we have it. The first win of our tournament goes to Barama Legends. We can now hear from their captain, Will Volcano Hubbard. So, congratulations, Will.
Yeah, thanks.
What do you think won it for you?
Well, our team comp was focused mainly around picks, and we wanted to get Syndra going from the very beginning, which is why we went for the really early gank in mid lane, level 2, because we thought we'd be able to catch them out, because it's not something that you usually do, so it wasn't something that they were expecting. And then because the Syndra versus Ahri matchup is quite snowbally, once Syndra got ahead, we knew that we could just sort of leave mid lane alone and let jungle pressure go elsewhere, so like bot lane, top lane. And that was able to just sort of get all of our lanes stronger coming out of lane. So it meant that we were stronger coming into the team fights, and from there we could just move around the map and get objectives and that kind of thing. So yeah, it all basically came from early gank.
Who are you playing next? And seriously, what do you think of your chances?
The team I'm probably looking forward to playing most is probably FM Esports, because they're a really good like challenger diamond level team, and so it'd be very like interesting to play them. Good experience playing against like very good solo laners to see what they do as a team as well. So like we can improve our own play.
Well, good luck. We watched some great play there by Zyke with Corki, and if you've ever wondered what it takes to AD carry, we've got you covered. Settle in and enjoy some bottom lane action.
The role of AD carry, also known as marksman, is one of the most important positions in League of Legends. As the AD carry, your job is to output massive amounts of damage during mid and late game teamfights, and use your long range to assist in taking objectives throughout the game. The trade-off for having high amounts of damage though, is that you're not able to take a lot of damage at the same time, meaning your positioning in teamfights is critical. Currently, the most played champions for AD carry, as seen in the 2014 World Championships, are Lucian, Tristana, Corki, and Twitch. While the job of AD carry doesn't change with different champion picks, each champion has different strengths and weaknesses throughout the game. For instance, Lucian has a dominant laning phase, where he can bully his opponents around in the lane with his abilities. Corki is fantastic in the mid game, where his rockets and bombs deal large amounts of area of effect damage to enemies. Tristana is one of the top AD carries in the late game due to her massive range and attack speed, but suffers during the mid game where other marksmen are stronger. And Twitch is a champion that is highly reliant on team coordination. A well-timed flank attack from being stealthed can win teamfights before your enemies have a chance to return fire. AD carry is a fairly easy role to pick up since mechanically, most champions for the role are straightforward. Most of your damage comes from your basic attacks. In the laning phase, your job is to farm enemy minions as much as possible to get the required damage items before the game turns to team fights. During team fights, your job is to attack whatever enemy champion is closest to you. Don't worry about jumping through the fight to duel the enemy marksman, as your job is to take down the low health targets at the end of the fight to ensure your team's victory.
So that was an ABC to ADC. Our second match this week features Obamacare UK and Best College UK. Blue is Obamacare UK, who are led by Olinava and are well known for their crazy YouTube videos. Best College UK, a relatively unknown team, captained by Chubby Bear, and they're the purple team. Here's how they got on.
A lot of these champion picks here are incredibly dependent on the individual playing them. I mean, especially mid lane here.
But this is what we were talking about last game, for those of you that are watching. Lucian does have insane amount of damage output early game in the right situations.
Ooh, Katarina gonna be flashing out, but chased down by Yasuo here. Did have the ignite. May get returned on though. Wukong has shown up, but that flash from Wukong actually got wasted as well as Katarina's.
He's going quite too far forward here. He does have it warded, so he should be able to start running backwards now, but he's so overextended here.
Equalizer range is enormous, so regardless of what else happens, he should be dying here, and he will be in a lot of trouble. Cyclone comes down. This is not likely to be a long life, and it is indeed not. Janna does get hooked in the bot lane, though. Nice hook there from Thresh. But with Lucian down, and Janna actually taking a ton of damage. In the end, baiting him out, though, as Wukong comes in from behind.
There's nothing Obamacare can do here. They're going in. Jarvan might go for the steal with Smite.
Well, it's going to be interesting to find out there. Indeed, Jarvan does get it. Katarina doesn't get the first reset easily, and the Evil God is going to continue to try and chase this down. They need to get some kills out of this fight, or it has been a disaster. They do get 2, so can they get any towers as well? Kyle's going to be chasing down here. May have overstepped himself. Is going to drop down. Evil God 2 going very, very deep here, and Corki gets out with his life. The slow has landed from Zephyr, so they will catch Jarvan. But still, getting the Baron off the map, meaning they don't have to respond now if they lose vision control outside of their base, means that as long as they don't lose an inhib tower right now, Obamacare can sit in their base for the next 7 minutes, pretty much chill. Get Lucian and Janna, walk up to the tower, double shot, walk away. That is a very reliable tower sieging mechanism, but in this scenario, they're going to go for the engage. Okay, I have no idea, but Cataclysm does go down. Evil God is going to be stuck in a very strange position. Holy Banner going to be running away as well. There's a lot of AoE coming out. Katarina, I do not believe, has been...
She's been forced away from the fight by Rise. She's just been forced away on the edge. Rise has done an absolutely fantastic job of keeping her out of the fight, and she's probably going to fall here. They're trying to be smart about their fights, which is what we need to see from them all game.
So there are so many threats on the side of Obamacare. This, however, is going to be a teamfight rumble. Once again, going very far forward. He's going to Zonya and zone out half the team. So Jarvan gets taken down, and now Rumble lacking the Rylai's, but he'll have the slow harpoons up pretty soon and will land those. Actually, he does have a Rylai's, I think, but regardless, they are going to get another kill now. Rise still sitting around way too close. Katarina didn't quite get on to the next kill, but that's suddenly been a three-man swing. That may actually even be the game straight up.
It may well be that they just got a little bit too confident after the last few fights, it seems. Just getting caught out needlessly. Inhibitor is definitely going to go down. I would imagine this is game. They're not going to be able to hold it off with just the two of them.
Well, they can try. There's not a lot of minions, and they are relatively low on health. Yasuo, with a one crit, can do a ton of damage in an AoE. They can't afford to let this go. That's the game. If they do, Culling comes out. And they are going to hold on to it just for now, but they can't afford to die at this point. There's still 20 seconds before the rest of the respawns. Corki is going to have to make himself very, very scarce, very, very much right away. But Janna, you're not that tanky. You are going to survive thanks to a last-second shield, but...
Corki needs to just play it safe here. He doesn't need to get greedy.
He can survive. He will keep them in the game.
The game continues.
They can't afford to risk Lucian going too far forward unless they have a big numbers advantage, which they actually have right now, and that is going to mean a tower goes down. Jarvan is going to go for the engage, though. The equalizer bisecting the fight may not necessarily be what you want right now. If they lose this fight, this would be huge for them. Katarina has been exhausted, is not going to get a reset, may be able to catch Jarvan, and will in fact do so, but it's so far a 2-0 in the favor of Best College UK. Can they turn it around now? Jarvan is down already, and Katarina jumps into the middle of them all. Gets the first kill. Yasuo ults in. Will he catch anyone out with that? No, he will not. And he's going to get a decoy left in his face as he drops down. And now Corki again has to play the hero. Again has to try and hold this off. I don't see him doing it. There's only one tower to work with. Cat does go down, but the Nexus is going to be dropped.
GG. And, wow. Throw it right in my face there, Best College UK. I was saying they're going to have trouble sieging in, and they're just like, nope, shut up, Mark, we're going in now, we're going to win the game.
Well, the honest-to-God truth there is that situation was them being caught out badly in map movement. Rise was very slow to get there, and because of the fact that the numbers advantage was so strong, and the fact that Lucian does actually have very, very good damage on towers at this stage, as long as he's allowed to hit them, they get the tower pretty much down before the fight engages. Jarvan's like, oh no, we've got to stop them taking the tower. Let's rush in and fight. But then the tower drops, and it's basically just a straight-up 5-on-5. Rumble cuts the fight up, and they don't get to play the slightly more kitey style that's been winning them some other fights.
Who would your MVP be for the match? Well, let's go for one from each team. Both teams played very well.
I think what you've got to say... I mean, Rumble is most likely the MVP here because he just dominated from the top lane. Probably most likely Corki on the other. He was very, very solid, actually.
He was very strong.
Good play, actually, on Corki's part.
He did a great job just holding them off.
Great win for Best College UK, pulling off the first shock of the tournament. Bad luck Obamacare UK, we caught up with their captain Ollie Nava to talk about the match. So tell us about Obamacare UK.
Okay, yeah, so my name's Ollie Nava. I'm part of Obamacare UK and Obamacare as a whole. We all met, some of us are real life friends, a few of us went to school together, but we all met on World of Warcraft actually. And my brother's friends, who are also in the team, became my friends as well. And we just all kind of got together and we had the same kind of view on games, which is just to have fun. So we started a YouTube channel where you can find like montages, fun fails, compilations, team comps, and it got a really good response from the community and Riot and other game companies. And from there, we just kind of got bigger and bigger, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been really great.
Do you think it was first game nerves? I mean, like, what would you have done differently?
Well, one thing is we definitely want to do a rematch later on. Hopefully it'll be on a stream so we can show people that we can wreck them. But I think one thing we definitely do is ban Rumble. The player that played Rumble seemed to have a lot of experience on the champion and really utilize that. Other than that, we just dedicate a shot caller because at the moment in that game, we all kind of shouted and you couldn't make out who was saying what, and it really did make the game hard for us and it went downhill. So I think, yeah, shot caller and ban Rumble is our main responses to that game.
We were following the in-game chat. You seem to have some pretty spirited fans.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks a lot to all the fans who came and watched and supported us. I'm sorry we let you down, but we really appreciate your support, and we do have like the best fans out there. So much love to all the fans. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Goodbye. We saw an amazing 11 kills from Menu with Lucian in the last game. If you want to take your Lucian to the next level, watch this.
Lucian the Purifier has been one of the best AD carries since his release in August 2013. Due to his presence in lane, he can bully every other marksman around in the early game, and that gives him a great platform to carry the team through the mid game. Lucian's passive is Light Slinger. After using an ability, Lucian's next basic attack will strike twice. Piercing Light is Lucian's Q. He fires a laser at the target, hitting all enemies the line connects with. His W is Ardent Blaze, which is a skill shot that detonates when it hits an enemy and marks the target. If Lucian damages the marked target, he gains additional movement speed for a short amount of time. Relentless Pursuit is Lucian's E and is a great tool for escaping fights or closing the distance between yourself and an enemy. The cooldown of Relentless Pursuit is reduced every time his Light Slinger passive strikes a target. The Culling is Lucian's ultimate. He rapidly fires shots in a single direction for massive damage. The Culling is one of the highest damage abilities in the game, and when an enemy isn't able to dodge the duration of the onslaught, they're sure to fall soon after. Building Lucian, you want to start with a standard Doran's Blade and 1 health potion with the Warding Trinket. Then pick up an Infinity Edge for damage. Once completed, grab either the Berserker's Greaves for extra attack speed or Ionian Boots of Lucidity for extra cooldown reduction. The number of shots fired during the culling scales from Lucian's attack speed, so a Ghost Blade as a second item provides great synergy with the active ability. Complete Lucian's build with a standard set of 80 carry items using Last Whisper for armor penetration, a Banshee's Veil or Guardian Angel as a defensive item, and a final offensive item to round out your 6-item build. Lucian doesn't have too many bad matchups, but be careful in lane against Caitlyn as she has a large range advantage over Lucian, and be wary of playing against Tristana. Her late game range and damage makes her a ruling force of marksman. Now you've got the basics down, you're ready to purge Rune Terror of the Undead and cleanse the souls of the Shadow Isles.
This is what giffgaff Legends is all about, sharing moments with each other, yeah? And we want to help you share and care like you never have before. The giffgaff Legends Lonely Hearts Club. It's kind of like online dating, but not really. I mean, are you a gamer who's needing a team, or have you lost a mate, or are the bonds that keep you together painfully breaking apart? We want to play Cupid and match all these lonely hearts to a new team. Just get in touch and tell us your ideal match and we'll do the rest. Send us a mail to esports@giffgaff.co.uk. You'll be having deep and meaningfuls before you even know it. For those of you not feeling the romance, this is the part where we also want to display the talents of the giffgaff community members. Send us your creative things and we'll show them to everyone else. Like this. We went round the giffgaff office and asked a few people to draw fresh. And these are the masterpieces that we got. Oh, no. Oh, that's just sad. Think you can do better? Well, it's not that difficult, is it really? Send in your creations to esports@giffgaff.co.uk. Back to the tournament. We had 2 great games to start us off this week. The worthy winners were Barama Legends and Best College UK. Watch out for more match highlights next week. And of course, don't forget to watch the live stream on Wednesday from 7 till 9 PM on twitch.tv/giffgaff. Now, if you ever thought to yourself, I want to do that, then get yourself over to the careers section of our giffgaff esports portal and find out just what it takes to get in on the act. Just visit esports.giffgaff.com. Lastly, don't forget to send us any of your creative masterpieces. You can only really improve on what we've managed to do. Email esports@giffgaff.co.uk. Well, that's it from me. Keep playing and keep checking the website for news and updates. See you on the Rift.